Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nana and let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. Alright, so eyeshadows are probably one of my favorite things right after like foundation when it comes to makeup. So let's talk about the eyeshadow collection that I have. Why not? The first palette I have here in my hands is one of my favorite and most used. This is the Tarte Pro Palette. It looks like this. So I have hit shade pan here, here, and here. I use this for my brows, but this is the palette here. I would say I don't really touch the shimmers, but I love the Tarte matte formula. So this palette is perfect for me to be able to have, what is it, 16 matte shades that really work for my complexion. But yeah, that's the Tarte palette. The next one I have right here is the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. This is an all matte eyeshadow palette and it looks like this. We've got browns, warm tones, and then some cool tones here. The pans are large, which is nice because these are really mattes that like colors that you would truly kind of go through. So this is what the palette looks like from Juvia's Place. It has no mirror, unfortunately. I kind of hope Juvia's Place starts putting mirrors in their palettes. But in the meantime, this is what it looks like and I like it a lot. Next here I have the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. Now I did buy the her first collaboration palette and with all those like 30 shades in there, and I liked it but I didn't love it, and I found that it was kind of too big for it to just be kind of hanging around, so I gave it away. I had an opportunity to buy this palette at a discounted price and I took it, and I actually really like it and the formula works really well. Perhaps this palette was made later because like it's probably been about a year or so since these came out, and I just recently purchased that. So perhaps these formula or they finally got the formula right for this palette. But overall, the shades are really pretty, they're really compatible, and the shimmers do all right, which is exactly what I like. I don't like high impact shimmers, so this is right up the alley of what I like to use. And yeah, next I have the Afterglow Bad Habit palette from, oh yeah, Bad Habit. It's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Coral. Now the business did go out of business. I'm not exactly sure why, but they had a huge sale and that's why I went and picked up about as many as I could. So this is the Afterglow. They're really nice warm shades. They're very flattering on my skin tone, so I really like this. From one of my favorite brands is Tarte. This is the Man Eater palette. These are the shades. I use every shade except for this up here, which is like a stark white, but it's a really like easy palette because there's not a lot of shades. It's actually really easy to use. I take Saucy, I put it in the crease. I put Pure a little bit higher up, which is a matte. There's only Foxy and Lace when it comes to like brow bones and inner corner and like lid shimmers. Quick palette to use. Another Tarte palette is the Tarte Linen Bloom, and these are just really really pretty shades, really easy to use. I haven't used Charmer or Flower Girl, which is Charmer or Flower Girl, which is right up there. I haven't used those because they're very fair, but otherwise I've used every other shade in the palette and I like it. Next I have these from Smashbox. This is the Cover Shot in Punked. So this is a really cool, this is one of my few cool tone palettes that I have, and I actually get complimented when I use this palette. It's fairly easy to use. You have your mattes here that make it easy. Put that in the crease, put that in the crease, outer corner, and then the lid. So it's a really easy palette to use for me. The other one in a Blaze, this is that warm tone palette. So this is really pretty, but I actually think I like the Punked more. I don't really reach for this as much as I thought, but they're very lightweight and slim, and so it makes it easy for travel. These are really easy to pack. One of my very loved palettes is the Soft Glam from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I did have the Subculture, the Modern Renaissance, and Prism, and I got rid of those. I didn't feel like they were worth keeping in my collection. But I really do like this one. The colors are great, the mattes are really beautiful, and the shimmers are okay. They are a little too chunky for my preference, but Overall, I really love the mattes, and I find that this is actually really compatible with the Jackie Aina palette. But these are the shades for this one, so I feel like the browns that you're missing in this, which there's only so many that you can fit in here, but I feel like these two together are really compatible. So there's that. Next, I have the Too Faced Peachy mattes. This is my first and only Too Faced palette, but I do really like it. Peaches and cream broke on me, and then I don't use peach butter or peach meringue. They're just way too light and white. But every other color on this side is super gorgeous and super flattering, so really like that. Next is my first palette. I just recently bought this. It was on sale. It is her Sippin Pretty. It's her birthday palette from 2018, and let's look inside. And these are the shades. I recently used this, and I have to say I was really impressed by the formula. I kind of wrote off Kylie Cosmetics, was never really interested in purchasing her stuff. Now at the price point I still wouldn't have purchased it, but if they were on sale I would definitely now check them out, because after trying this I actually really like it. The mattes are really nice and pigmented, and like it's a really good palette. So my only complaint is that the glitter on here easily rubs off on your hands, so it's like you have to be careful when touching this palette, which is inconvenient, and it could easily rub off on other palettes depending on how you store it. But yeah, this is my first palette from Kylie Cosmetics, and I really like it. From the brand Bad Habit, we have the Cult Mania palette. This is the dupe for the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette. This is what it looks like here. I love the mattes. The shimmers are really nice. The mattes are great. I love the purple in here. I really like this one. From the same brand, Bad Habit, I have the Mysterio palette, and I really like this because I find that the shimmer shades are really unique, and as a palette it's just like the combos are really cool and something different. But this is what it looks like. This is a really gorgeous, stunning shade that kind of stands out, and that's what it looks like. So super really pretty. Naked Heat palette from Urban Decay, and this is the shades in it. So yeah, love that there's a lot of mattes in here, and then the shimmers are really simple and basic, which is right up what I'm looking for. I'd rather have like unique mattes than unique shimmers. The colors are really flattering on my skin tone. I think the only one I don't use is Ounce, and I probably have used that at some point just cause, but I get to really take full advantage of this palette on my complexion, which is really important. From Dose of Colors, this is the Sassy Siennas palette. It looks like this. It's all mattes, and they're really pretty and easy to use, and kind of like you don't really have to think about it. Really cool palette from Dose of Colors. They have a really great formula. From Tarte, again, I have the, what's this called? It's the Clay Play palette. It's a face shaping palette and eyeshadow palette. I only use the face shaping shades in here. This smells like cocoa. It's such a good, pretty smell. But I like to use the Terracotta to brighten my under eyes, and then Timber for contouring. I really only ever use this trio down there on my lids. Everything else is kind of too light, but I really keep it for that shade Timber to bronze. I really love that. This is from Urban Decay. This is the Born to Run palette. I've been wanting this for about a year, and so when it went on sale I definitely took the chance to purchase it. It has all these shades in here. I believe it's 21 shades in here, and it is a really, these are the shimmers that I like. They're subtle, they're pretty, they don't fall out over the eyes. They're not like, you don't have, it's not a whole like science experiment to figure out how they're gonna stay on your face or on your eyes, which is nice. So yeah, that's right where I like to be at, and that's perfect for me. You got your warm tones, your cool tones, your oranges and purples, and your greens and blues. So this is a really nice palette from Urban Decay. I guess my last palette here is the Tarte Flirt. It was really convenient to use, really easy to use. Literally playful all over the lid, hot line in the crease, snuggle in the outer corner, and I like to use Passion on the lid, and it's done. So love this from Tarte. Again, I really like their formula, so I like to pick up their palettes whenever I have the extra money to do so. Yeah guys, that's my video. That is my eyeshadow collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's quite large and there are still a lot of palettes on the market that I would love to pick up, but I'm trying to be reasonable. Anyway, if you like this video, thumbs it up. If you like me, please subscribe, and of course have a beautiful day. And before you go, what's your favorite eyeshadow palette? Bye guys.